Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Um, okay. I think I'm going to use hopefully I got this going live. There we go. Now what I need to know is the quality of the Liekola Pro 3. This is the front facing camera. Um, I need to know visually what everything looks like and how everything sounds. And if it's too bright, does it look too bright in here? So I got 3 of you watching right now. Just want to make sure everything is set up. I don't know if it looks. Tanya Vanilla, a little oversaturated. So it could be my lighting. I'm going to turn off some. How's that look? A little bit better? Probably my lighting. As long as you can see me, I guess. Wow. Okay. How does that look? Thanks for coming on, Tanya. Appreciate it. Everything looks good now, and I sound good. Okay. Okay. So basically, what I wanted to talk about very briefly, I don't know how long I'm going to stay on, but I got a lot of devices over here that are running Nougat now, okay, whether it's 7.0 or 7.1. And I understand this whole Google Daydream optimization, the emojis, the split screen mode, Wi-Fi calling. But you know, is there anything different that you're seeing on your devices with 7.0 or 7.1 that is really distinctively that different? Has it changed battery life, performance, anything like that? I don't really get into a lot of these extras that come up on these updates. So now I will say this: my Huawei Nexus 6P has the app shortcuts. When you press and hold on, let me see that. If I press and hold, it'll pop up that. Okay, so you have these app shortcuts. The ZTX on 7 now has 7.1, but it doesn't have that. So I'm hoping at some point that's going to update itself to get that. I just wanted to know from everybody out there, if your devices have 7.0 or 7.1, what are you seeing so significantly different that it's like wowing you? Because really, I'm not being wowed with what I have. Okay, because I really don't. I mean, Wi-Fi calling, I don't even use that half the time, and I should. Okay, obviously, I should be using that. I'm hoping that this got out. I'm going to send it again. I'm going to send out the link. Okay. Send out a link. Thanks for joining. Tanya, it seems like you're the only one right now that's with me here. If there's a question that you have, you can go ahead and throw it my way, and we can wait for more to join in. Okay. Paul Tech. Hey, what's up, Paul Tech? How you doing, man? Dude, I saw you washing the dishes the other day in the kitchen doing a video. I'm telling you, man, that's awesome. Axon 7 still have not picked the device up. Yeah, I mean, what devices do you have right now, Paul, that have Android Nougat? Okay, and 7.1. Do you have any devices that have 7.1? And if you don't, if it's 7.0, what have you seen on these devices that significantly have gotten you wowed? I guess I want to hear what's going on out there and how um happy you are with those devices with Nougat on, because I'm not really I gotta make sure I see the feed. So I'm not seeing the feed. Show the live chat. Okay, it's not coming up. All this, well, there you go. Now I'm seeing. Okay, so Stylo 2, LGV, well, the V20, yeah. The G5, what was the... Okay. So, Paul, I got all my devices here. I got the ZTE Axon 7. I got the Huawei Mate 9, the LG V20, the Huawei Nexus 6P, and I have my Nexus 6 all with 7.0. The 6P and the ZTE Axon 7 they both have 7.1. But are you seeing anything that's really making you just go, wow, this is significantly an upgrade? It's really cool. Out, you got the split screen mode, you got some emojis, you got Google Daydream optimized for your device now, you got Wi-Fi, but is it really something that you're going, wow? Because I'm sitting here playing with my devices, and that's why I'm doing this live stream, because I don't seem wow. Maybe I'm just too much Nexus in my head. I'm too simple to and maybe I'm expecting too much. I don't know. Donald Brooks, thanks for joining in. Do you think the G6 is going to be good? Yes, I think it's going to be really good, especially at the price point. There's already a lot of killer price points right now going on. US Cellular is going to have it for 550 smacks, and you can go over to their website and check out everything that entails. I think it's going to be a great device. Yes, I mean, again, I don't have it in hand. I'm going on assumption, but I'm excited about it. I can't wait to bring it in. So yeah, I think it's going to be a great device. Paul Tech, personally, I like the split screen mode on the LG devices when they are on Marshmallow. I'm not liking the new split screen mode on Nougat. Yeah, see, I'm not that excited either. Forbes Tech Reviews. What's up, everyone? Tanya Vanilla, can't wait for the Pixel 2. Yeah, I can't wait for the Pixel 2 too, because that means that the Pixel 1 is going to drop in price, right? So we can't wait to possibly, for some of us who didn't want to spend that much money, for the Pixel 2 to finally come out. The Pixel 1 goes down in price. And maybe for a lot of us, like for me recently with the LG V20, you have a major drop in price and you're able to afford a device. A lot of us wait for these devices to drop so we can pick them up. So Pixel 2, I'm sure, is going to be a great device. I'm sure that they're going to change some areas on that device to make it more interesting. And hopefully price is one of those areas, but we'll see what happens. Boy, now you guys are coming in quick, really quick. Andy Fink, who will have the better product this year, Samsung 8 versus the LG the LG G6? The Samsung S8 is going to be a beast. It's going to be a monster of a device. It really is. But if you bring price into it, will that end up being a techie phone? Will that be a smartphone that a lot of the YouTubers get, a lot of the techies get? Sure. Will the consumers get it? Sure, because it's going to be with the carriers. So a lot of folks will get the S8 under a payment plan, right? That's what will happen. Those devices are going to sell. Will it outdo the LG G6? Probably. But again, what's great about the G6 is the price point compared to the S8 price point. But it all depends on what you want and what you don't want and what you're willing to pay and what you're not willing to pay, right? That's kind of how I see it. I think they're both going to be great in their own right. Both are going to be very intriguing. They're going to have a lot to offer. And I just think with the S8, it's especially if you're on a plan, it's going to be an easy way to take care of that, right? Instead of buying it outright, you can just pay on a monthly basis and bring in that device. S8 with the Snapdragon 830 series. It's going to have an 835. Exosatip. How do you say your name? Hard to go from AMOLED to IPS. I like both. I'm an AMOLED person. I love AMOLED, but if you give me a really good IPS LCD display, I'm not complaining either. My Huawei Mate 9 is one of those devices that have an IPS LCD display that is phenomenal. Okay, now for all of you that have joined in, hey, Donovan, Andy Fink, Tanya, all of you that, I mean, wow, a lot of you. The feedback that I'm asking for is if Nougat is on your devices, whether it's 7.0 or 7.1, are you really wowed by these updates? Or are you just kind of thinking, what's the purpose? They give us a few extra features. One that's really practical is the Wi-Fi calling. The split screen mode, I don't know. I don't use it. I don't utilize that. Google Daydream, don't use it. The emojis, I like it. It's fun. I mean, it's I don't know if that's practical. But I want to know from all of you, is Nougat really that big of an upgrade to your device? Hey, LBM. Nice. Nougat really hasn't been all that impressive to me either. Donovan, thank you. Welcome. Yeah, I have all these devices here. Can you see my devices? I have all these devices, and outside of loving all my devices and using them, I don't see anything really that I'm going to go, wow, this is really super cool. What I'm not excited about, the ZTE Axon 7 finally gets 7.1. But it doesn't have the app shortcuts like my Huawei Nexus 6P. I don't know why they have implemented that. When that upgrade was to happen on the ZTE Axon 7, the app shortcut should have happened. So it's not there. I wish it would be, but I don't know. LBAM, split screen, I like the most. Okay, so the split screen mode is probably, outside of Wi-Fi calling, is probably going to be the biggest thing that everybody's going to like, as long as you're willing to utilize that split screen mode. I don't even remember half the time that I got it. You know, what kind of a YouTube reviewer am I when I don't even utilize a lot of it? Because my mind is really Nexus. It's really simple. When I go into using my devices, outside of the reviewing process, when I bring in a device and a lot of my devices are unlocked and they have skins over the top of the latest software, I really like to, on my own time, use my devices as simple as possible. And that's why I'm such a huge Nexus fan. Simple, easy, and I don't have to mess with a whole lot. But obviously, during the review process of a device, when I bring it in, you know, there's a lot of other areas that I have to cover to make sure I give you that information so you know what's going on as far as those devices and whether you're going to think about picking them up or not, right? So obviously, whether it's the Leica Pro 3 that I'm using right now to shoot this video, EUI, ecosystem user interface, that skin over Marshmallow is interesting and it's fun and I love it, but I don't utilize a lot of that software. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm very simple. Andy Fink, bring back Nexus. Yeah, I agree. ZTE Max, get Nougat. Now, I don't have my ZTE Max anymore. So Android Nougat is just a refinement that's supposed to improve overall Android experience and help optimize your system. And that's all it is. Thank you, Paul Tech. And that's basically all it is. So is anybody out there seeing anything as far as performance, battery life, performance, anything like that change up with your Nougat? Has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? Or do you not notice anything? On my Honor 6X, Donovan says, I got Nougat EMUI 5.0 and the upgrade to EMUI 5.0 was a nice upgrade. Donovan's watching this on a ZMAX Pro. Did the ZTE ZMAX Pro get Nougat? I sold mine a while back, so I haven't been following anything on the ZTE ZMAX Pro. Battery, okay, so Andy Fink says with his Nougat update, battery got worse on the S7 Edge. Thanks, L. Bingham. Oh, that's actually to Donovan. Yeah, he loves your vids. Shout out to Donovan. Shout out to Paul. They're doing the job over there. A lot of great stuff. So Andy Fink says that 50% of his battery decreased on his S7 Edge with the Nougat update. Now, is that going on a lot with a lot of you out there as far as the updates? Have you noticed any performance issues, battery not being as good as it used to be? Do you wish you didn't upgrade and you just would have left it as is? And again, I'm only doing this live stream because I was thinking about this for myself, and I have all these devices, and we all get excited about software updates, and then we get them, and then we're kind of looking at our devices like, okay, that's what I've been waiting for. This is what all the excitement was about, and then you're just kind of like, so I just kind of wanted to know if it was just me that's in that boat, or a lot of you too, or do you get really excited even over the littlest, whatever they add, the littlest feature? I mean, I had a viewer ask me, why do you use emojis? And it was because they're there. And the one thing I noticed is that was one of the areas that was in the software update was the emojis. I love emojis. They add a little oomph to the feedback and the response that everybody leaves, and I give some feedback, and I like using them because they're there. Same here on the 6X. Nougat made battery life worse. To be fair, it's just beta testing though. So Donovan says on his Honor 6X that battery life got a little worse too. So it seems like that's been an area that's been hit with this Nougat update as far as what I'm seeing here. Data saver is good. Bundled notifications, multi-window, quick app switching. It's what's new I noticed on 7.0 Nougat. I'm sure there is more. And do all of you utilize everything that gets upgraded? Or do you forget it's even there? Who but D? Andy Fink, you're right. That's why I returned mine. Welcome. How's everybody doing tonight? I had a few minutes before dinner, and I thought I'd come and do this and talk to all of you. Again, getting used to doing this, Will H, getting used to doing this whole live app, YouTube app thing, and it's interesting to me how as soon as it came out and everybody started receiving it, man, everybody just jumped on it, and I love it. I love seeing the YouTubers that I'm connected with that aren't normally on live shows all of a sudden go live. Paul Tech doing the dishes the other day. Donovan, we're still waiting for you to do one. You could be doing the laundry, you could be mowing the lawn and still be, you still go live. And that's super, super cool. Let's see. So how many of you out there are going to be picking up the LG G6? Tell you, US seller $550. Wow. And you hear the price on the is the 6X worth it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a good little device. I got mine all boxed up. I'm supposed to be sending it back to Huawei, waiting for the label, and I think they forgot. So at some point in time, after many, many months, it could end up being mine. What's nice about when I did the review for the Honor 6X is that this is not a pre-production unit. Okay, it's not. This is the real thing. So when I gave you my review on this device, and I may pull it back out of the box and use it again and do a revisit. When I gave you the review on this device, it was what it was. An everyday experience in my pocket, out of pocket, in hand. You got the real deal. This is not a pre-production unit, okay? Huawei sent me the real deal. So what you got in my reviews was raw and honest. And it was what it was. So Alfonso Grima, what's up? Alfonso, what's up? LG G6, yes, from Verizon. Paul Tech's going to pick it up. Anthony Howell, love what you do, brother. Thank you so much. I don't have a lot of in-depth stuff to talk about. I just mainly wanted to come on and talk about the Nougat thing because it was festering me, and I wanted to know what everybody's take was on it, as far as were they happy or not happy? Were they okay? It's an okay, update. It's not a big deal. There are a bunch of little things with that update, but how many of you really utilize all of that? I just wanted to know if I was alone with that, and I figured going live and talking about it was the best thing to do. And am I still there? Lost myself over here. Uh, Donovan says that the G6 will definitely hit his channel. So Paul Tech and Donovan are both YouTubers, great channels. Go check them out. They're going to be bringing in that device, so they're going to be covering it as well as I will. I know Jay Will's going to be covering it. I'm sure Tony Pazzo is going to jump on it, and I'm sure a lot of the other guys that I'm connected with are going to be jumping um, on the G6. So that's going to be awesome. Phone tech at work. True multitasking is the best thing on Nougat. There you go. So that's something that's being utilized right there by Phone Tech at Work. What's up, man? Appreciate you joining. Daniel Francis, what's up? Still waiting for the update on my Xperia XA Ultra. Well, and I don't have that device anymore. I will be looking into bringing the Sony Xperia XA1, the second gen. That should be interesting. Tito1, I'm going to switch to Android. I'm sick of Apple. I've never had an Apple. A real one, yes, but like the one that you can eat, but not a device. So at some point in time, I'll be bringing in an Apple device. Who knows when? Maybe this might be the year. I know I get teased a lot by the boys out there for not having one or ever had one, but you never know. I may bring one in this year. But hey, yeah, switch over to Android and see what you think, man. I love the freedom. I love being able to do what I want to do without being confined. Okay, so yeah, Donovan, after going from the ZT Z Max Pro, a 5.5 screen seems so small. Yeah, 6-inch displays, the big boys, the fat boys, right? Yeah. Oh, tech time. He calls them the big girls. Anything that's a phablet, right? Um, yeah. Thanks for joining, everybody. I appreciate it. How's everything looking on the Liekola Pro 3? Now, the last couple times that I've gone live, I've actually used the LG V20 front facing camera, and that's what I'm using right now, the Liekola Pro 3. How's everything looking? I still have this device. I still can't seem to. I almost sold it a couple times, but I held on to it. I just can't seem to get rid of it. I really do love this device, the Liekola Pro 3. 1440 Super AMOLED. Anybody out there picking up the S8 is paying 900 and over too much for the smaller version. I guess the smaller version is gonna be like $850, and the 6.2, the plus, is going to be like 960, 80, 1,000, depending on where you live with taxes. It's gonna be crazy. The Honor Note 8 is bust. I really want the Honor 8 Pro though. Yeah, I'm looking into those devices as well. I'm looking into Moto G5. If the money's right, the S8 will be here. If the money is right for me, if my finances are right, the S8 will land here on this channel. For sure, the G6 will be coming in. For sure, the S8 is a possibility. The Sony Xperia XA1 is a definite. If it comes to Best Buy, like the first gen, I will be picking that up as well. Maybe eventually I'll get the S8, is what Donovan says. It's just a lot of money, man. Just a lot of money. And when you're trying to keep a channel alive and you really want to bring in and share with everybody, you have to really utilize your money just right when you're at this level. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. You never know. The Huawei P10. I've been watching some reviews on that, and I'm telling you, the cameras on that device really seem to be really good. That's what, a 5.2-inch device. I wish that was a little bigger. Basically, it's like a Huawei Mate 9 is what they're saying, but yet a little smaller. So yeah, I agree. It's a bit pricey. I'll tell you, the Huawei Mate 9, when you're looking at price points these days on devices, when you're talking about the S8 and recently the HTC Ultra being priced at 752, and I don't want to talk about that device as far as the controversy, but you have to look at what you're getting with the Huawei Mate 9, a device for $599, and it's dropped to $499, I think, a couple times. And what you're getting, this is really where a lot of these devices should be at. $600, really good pricing. And yeah, devices like the Samsung Galaxy S8 are always going to be up here. The Google Pixel we know is going to be up here. It would be nice if they would make 2 or 3 different variants and they could make more of an affordable variant. That way we can at least experience some of what these flagship devices have, and the $1,000 devices. You make a different variant, a little bit lower specs, sell it around $600. It gives a lot of the consumers out there a chance to play with these devices, even if the specs aren't that high. Yeah, the Mate 9. Now, I don't even know if I did a full review on this device, but I'll tell you, this device is an amazing cameras, amazing video. It's got a beautiful IPS LCD display that at times you really feel like you're looking at an AMOLED display. You can't go wrong with an IPS LCD display that is done right. And I know earlier they were talking about AMOLED. AMOLED is my favorite. But when they do an IPS LCD display right, Huawei did it right. Wow. It's an amazing. And I still don't regret spending 599 smacks on this. Not at all. One of my, outside of the LG V20, which is probably my favorite device to be using right now. This, and I'm not talking about my Nexus devices. My Nexus devices are ultimately my favorite devices. But Big Dog, no Sammy here. G6, I will pick up. Big Dog, what's up? Everyone was crying about the price of the Ultra when they look at what Samsung is selling their phones for, and my, yeah, it may, with TouchWiz, it could be a lag monster. We don't know, but we're going to find out. And again, it's one of those things that we're going to get the real and honest reviews with these devices when they come out, when it's not a pre-production unit, when it's the real thing and it's being reviewed. So a lot of you are probably going to wait for those real reviews to come out before you spend your money, especially if you're buying it outright. And you got to find out if TouchWiz will hold up, if it's not going to be, there's not going to be a lot of lag on that device. I noticed on my wife's S7 Edge, the 2 areas where it lags the most is in Facebook and in Google+. Outside of that, the device is pretty smooth. Okay, so the only other issues that any of my devices have ever had is if I download something that could be third party and it causes some issues with my device, it lags a little, I get rid of the app, and then my device is smooth again. But so you got to, it's kind of trial and error with your devices. It's not always a device, but it could be something you're downloading, or it could be a specific app like Facebook. Facebook has always been that way, though. It's always been that way. Jay Will, what is up? Joined in. Anthony, are you still using stock Nougut on your LG V20? I'm thinking about getting a custom ROM. Yeah, I don't root my devices, because the thing is with the channel here on my Project 13, I make money from devices I have when I sell them, so I can bring in other devices. So I don't mess with them. I leave them as is, and when I sell the device, I do a factory reset. I have the box, I have everything in the box, and then I sell it. So I don't want to sell anybody a device that's been messed with. When I bring them in, they're brand new, and I sell them just as if they were brand new. So no rooting here, no custom ROMs. So that's kind of how I leave it. Boy, 1+5 will be a beast to beat. Yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, what, 8 gigs of RAM? So let me go back and tell you the reason why I came on live. It was because I wanted to know what everybody thought about Nougat 7.0 or 7.1 on their devices. Is it because I've been sitting here with all my devices that have Nougat, and there's not a lot that's impressing me. I understand there's optimizations going on and enhancements going on to better certain areas on a device. Okay. Really, the one, let me put that down here. My Huawei Nexus 6P has 7.1, and what I like about it is it's got everything on there that it should, but I don't utilize it all. I don't use split screen mode. I mean, I show like coworkers and friends, hey, check this out, look what it does now, but I really don't use it. But the one thing the ZTE Axon 7 doesn't have on it, which I thought was going to have, was the app shortcuts. So if I press on my camera on my Huawei Nexus 6P, you get the app shortcuts. That is not on the ZTE Axon 7. So I read that at some point it's supposed to come to it. I thought when it upgraded to 7.1, it was going to be there, and it's not. So let's see. Wow. Gordon Holmes, which smartphone under 250 smacks dollars would you say has the best camera? I'm going to ask everybody out there, under $250, which device has the best camera right now? Donovan says the Honor 6X. I'm going to tell you something. My Lee Echo, I paid $299. So, okay, it has a really decent camera. I would have to agree with the Honor 6X, which I still have right now because Huawei has not sent me a return label to return this device. And I think that I'm going to pull it out, use it again, do a revisit, shoot some video, take some pics. The Honor 6X has a really nice camera. I have a video with some slideshow, with some pics, day and night. And so go check it out, man. Great pics. The Big Dog says the Blade V8 Pro isn't bad at all. So far right now, overwhelmingly, the Honor 6X under 250 smacks would probably be. But again, there's a lot of devices out there for under 250 smacks. But I have not gotten all those devices in hand to say which one would be definitely the better one. But a lot of these folks that are coming on live with me right now that are chatting, they know. We talk a lot. We all use the same devices. I would have to agree. The Honor 6X, Blade V8 Pro. I have a slideshow on that device too. I had that device as well. Jay Williams. Jay, the iPhone SE for under 250 smacks. Good cameras. Because Jay, weren't you saying earlier that device right now is on sale? It's $229 right now, the iPhone SE. So hey man, if Apple's your thing for 229 smacks, you go pick that up and it's got a great, he says it's better than the Honor 6X. SE may be the sleeper, is what L. Bingham says. Jay says, yeah. iPhone SE is only that cheap on Boost though, right? So is that through Boost Mobile that it's 229 smacks? 64 gigs is 229. The 16 gig is 179. Wow. Has a 12 megapixel. Big Dog says it has a 12 megapixel. So it is Boost Mobile. It's a good deal. So if you're looking for an iPhone SE through Boost Mobile right now, $179 for a 16 gigger. Wow. Gordon Holmes has the questions tonight that all of you are going to answer. Which smartphone under $250 would you say has the best battery life? I'm going to say the ZTE Blade V8 Pro. Am I right? That device, outside of the Moto Z Play, phenomenal battery life. Phenomenal battery life. There you go. There you go. I'm sure Big Dog, Jay, Paul, Donovan, all you guys. Yep, you're going to say the Blade V8 Pro. Even the 5S has a better camera than the 6X. It's $99. There you go. Overwhelmingly, under $250, the device that has the better battery right now, battery life, is the ZTE Blade V8 Pro. All right, drink a little bit of water here. I'm going to put this back. Hey, everybody, I appreciate you joining in. I did this. The wife had a meeting to go to. Dinner's not for a few more minutes. I had that question on Nougat, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to make a video on it. I'm just going to go live. I'm just going to chat with everybody out there. Okay. We're all just going to have a chit chat and talk and share some information. And because I'm really digging this whole YouTube live app thing, I'm digging it. There's only a few out there that haven't joined in to use this app. And Donovan, you got to do one, man. You got to do one. What about the Honor 8? As far as what? Battery life? Camera? I'm sure it's decent, but it's not going to be compared to the Blade V8 Pro as far as battery life. And what does everybody say about the Honor 8 as far as the cameras? Now, but that device is not $250. It's a little more expensive. So we're basically talking about devices under 250 smacks, what you're getting in better battery life and better cameras and so forth. Yeah, I agree, Big Dog. Camera is good, but battery life is better on the V8 Pro. Honor 8 is still one of my favorites overall, Donovan. And that's a device that I really wanted to get. I don't know, if that. I'm waiting for Huawei actually to send me some information to see if they're going to be able to send me that. If not, I'm waiting to see if it goes down just a little bit more in money. I wouldn't mind spending some money on that and bringing it in. After watching and reading a lot of reviews from a lot of you out there, man, you guys are really digging that device, and I feel like I really missed out on that device specifically. Is the Honor 8. Trust me, every time I go into Best Buy, I look over at it and it's calling to me, and I yet to pick it up. But you may see it here. Sometimes it's better late than never. That's a lot of the times that's the pattern that I'm always like kind of like the last one to follow to pick up certain specific devices, and then I'm like, man, why did I wait so long? But that's just me. How's everything still looking? Is everything looking good? Is everything sound good? Got the Echo Pro 3 live, YouTube app, live app right now. How's everything sound? How's everything look? I appreciate everybody coming on. Man, there is a lot of you that came on. That is just crazy. Appreciate it so much. Hey, and if I missed any of your names out there, forgive me, man. It happens so fast. Do you feel that the Samsung Galaxy S8 for the price? Now, I I'm not going to agree on pricing with those devices. I still feel that they could be a lot cheaper. Um, but do you think that device is going to be the device outside of possibly the Note 8 later on this year? But as far as going into a quarter of the year, do you think it's going to be all that and more? Let's take the price out of the conversation. Do you really feel that that device is going to be all that and more? John Gordon Holmes, which smartphone are you most looking forward to in 2017? This year, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring it in or afford it. I'd love to. The Note 8, the Samsung Galaxy Note, because with everything that happened to the Note 8 last year, I really want to see what Samsung does with this device. And again, it's Samsung, okay? These devices are going to be really spendy. I'm just I want to see how they're going to um if they're going to really give the consumer just a little bit when they bring this device out, as far as maybe a really great special on it as far as price point. I want to see how they rebirth this whole situation after the tragedy with the Note 7. Just the way everything went down, and how it finally just, you know what I'm saying? I want to see what they do in as far as and if folks are really going to trust the device, or they're going to trust what they're getting, and especially for what they're probably going to price that device. I'm looking. I don't know if that's the device I'm looking forward to as far as bringing in, but I'm really anxious to see what goes down with that device when it finally gets announced and it finally comes out. As far as bringing in, I don't know, man. There's so many devices to look forward to. I don't know what I'm really looking forward to. I'm not. The LG G6 to me at this point right now is one of the most exciting devices that I've been looking forward to in my own mind, and what I've wanted to bring in for myself and for the channel. Anything beyond that, I don't know. There's just so much going on. See, everybody's right now, whether it's Jay, Bingham, Claude, Big Dog, all of you, the G6, and that's I'm so looking forward to that. It's hard to go way beyond. You know what I'm saying? I had the OnePlus 3T, great device, phenomenal device. Um, but it was pretty close to like a stock Android device, so it didn't really give me the huge wow. Um, because I have devices that are somewhat like that, and OnePlus is pretty much really close to stock. Their skin isn't that, it wasn't that heavy at all. So the the OnePlus 5 is something that I'm kind of excited about, just because we're talking eight. I think it's 8 gigs of RAM. 8 gigs of RAM on that device, a curved display. Even though curved displays are really hard to mess with when it comes to putting on tempered glass screen protectors and screen protectors, but it sounds like a really interesting device and what they want to do with it, and it's supposed to be water resistant too as well. So I don't know, but that's something that I'm thinking about. Um, okay, Daniel Francis, thank you. Just reminded me. Yes, I'm going to go back to that question by Gordon Holmes. What device am I really looking forward to? And Daniel Francis just mentioned something here that I didn't even think of. The LG Flex 3. That's I think that's probably the most intriguing device I'm looking forward to. I still have the box to the original G Flex. The G Flex 3, I'm hoping, is not just affordable, but it is just a monster. I am looking forward to that curved device. The LG Flex, the original, what a beauty. And it got a lot of crap. If you go back and watch the reviews, there was a lot of people giving it a lot of crap. There were some good reviews too. But I'll tell you, man, I wish now I never would have sold that device. That was an awesome device. So Daniel Francis, thank you for reminding me about that. Donovan says the Z Max Pro is great, but it is a hot phone in temperature. Anyone else having the issue? Is anybody else out there having this issue that Donovan's having with the Z Max Pro? Getting hot, temperature rising, overheating. L. Bingham says that his is Scanny33. Hey, so glad I could catch the live stream. Battery life on Z Max Pro isn't all that great either. Jay Williams, he's got the device. He's got multiple devices. He says nope. No, it could be just your device, but two of you say that it does overheat a little bit. You know, when I had my ZT Z Max Pro, I didn't experience any overheating whatsoever either. So, yeah, I don't know. That's something you might want to check into as far as what could be happening there. Battery life was pretty sufficient too. Hopefully you didn't get a dud. Anyway, everybody, I think it's time to go eat. Basically, I came on here to ask about the Nougut thing, and then we just kind of went from there. Yeah, I'm not really too impressed with the whole Nougat update. It's there. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully I don't get battery issues like some of you have gotten. You know, so far I haven't noticed anything. as far as performance or battery life or anything like that. So everything's working fine on them. I was just wondering if everybody out there was really just excited about the whole update thing. With all my devices having Nougat and nothing really to wow me, I just wanted to know, was I the only one? So I wanted to share it with all of you, and I appreciate you coming on and doing that. Claude says, I guess if your phone doesn't catch on fire, it's a good thing, right? Anyway, I think I'm going to head out. I appreciate everybody coming on. Continue to watch. More to come. A lot more vlogging. Always got stuff going on here. Check out everybody out there that I'm connected with, man. Check out all their channels, whether it's Donovan, J Will, Paul Tech, anybody that I'm missing, man. Check out, just go watch and support everyone out there, man. For me, until the LG G6 gets here, I'm always going to find something to talk about, whether it's live or just on a video. But continue to watch and support, man. I appreciate it. Tanya Vanilla says, I'm having a problem on my LG V20. I'm not able to file transfer on Windows 10. Driver isn't installing correctly. Could not find driver online. That should automatically be happening there. There shouldn't be any issues with that. I haven't had any issues with mine. Who is the funniest YouTuber reviewer? Hey, okay, you know what? Before I go, the last question by Gordon Holmes. He's tossed out a lot of questions. Who is the funniest YouTube smartphone reviewer? Does anybody know? Andy Fink. Anyone know why I cannot play back 2K vids on YouTube on my S7 Edge? I don't know. Ever since the Nougat upgrade. Wow, that's a new one to me. So if anybody knows why, Andy Fink wants to know why he cannot play back 2K vids on YouTube on his S7 Edge in 2K quality. Ever since he updated his S7 Edge to Nougat, he's not able to play those 2K vids on his S7 Edge. If anybody knows the answer to that, I didn't know anything about that. Please leave some information down below. Unless you can throw it up really quick like that. Donovan Hornebeck, my apologies, Donovan, says the funniest YouTube reviewer out there is Max Lee. Do you all agree? Call T-Mobile because of this, and they said it was an issue with the upgrade. Okay, so if T-Mobile told you that, then that's something that they'll be working on, and should send out a software update for that. Okay, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Samsung, with they will fix that. If they know that that's a known issue, that's something that they're going to have to be fixing, and they'll send out an update to fix. So if they're telling you that, then you need to wait on them to get that issue fixed. I would wait a little while and then call them back and see what's going on. I would even call Samsung and find out too as well. Trust me, when things bother me, I'm calling everybody to find out why things aren't working right. What are Jay Will says, what are your thoughts on all the hate that the U Ultra is getting? Stop the hate. No more hate. Pick up the device. That's why I'm not going to say any more on it, really. I mean, I've said what I've said on it, and I made a video the other day about becoming more intrigued with it just because of everything that's going on. I say at this point, stop the hate. If you have any kind of, or anything you want to say bad about the Ultra, pick it up and use it first before you say it. Go out, spend the money, pick it up, use it as your daily driver for a couple weeks. Usually you have 14 days to 30 days to return a device if you buy it. So if you don't like it, you can always return and get your money back. On any device, whether it's the U Ultra or not, stop the hate, go out, pick it up, use it, then give your final review on the device. At this point, especially if this device is being reviewed by anybody and it's a pre-production unit and it's not the actual unit itself, those aren't 100% honest reviews because they're pre-production units. They're not the actual device that is actually bought by the reviewer, out of box, brand new, and it's ready to go, like this device in my hand, and it's being reviewed. I mentioned the Honor 6X when I reviewed this. This isn't a pre-production unit. This is the actual device that you would have bought online, ready to go for the consumer, out of box, use it. And then for me, Huawei sent me this device to review for all of you. Okay, first device ever here on my production unit. Okay, this is the way I would have bought it in store, unboxed it, used it, and give you an honest review. So whether it's the Ultra or any device, wait for the actual device to be reviewed when they start actually selling the device. Okay, not when these YouTubers are getting them in, and they're good they're decent reviews. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, so hopefully I'm saying this right. It's not that they're not decent reviews, but you can't really get the integrity of a device for what it really is when it's a pre-production unit. And if you're going off those reviews, you're not really going to get what you're wanting. Okay, you need to wait till the actual device, retail device that they sell online or in store, is sent out into your hand. You use it, and then you review it for yourself, or you watch videos that other YouTubers are reviewing on those specific devices, as long as they're not pre-production. And that's so. Stop the hate. The U Ultra shouldn't be getting that much hate. You know, if you're that concerned about it, bring it in, use it, and then review it yourself. At this point, that's the way all these devices should be reviewed. Okay, that's why I like the underground YouTubers. This is why I like the Raw and Real, because I spend my own money bringing these devices, and I use it, and I give you my honest full review. Okay, through my experiences. So it could change up a little bit when it's in your hands. I've had a lot of you watch some of my videos and pick up a device because you liked what I said about it. And for the most part, a lot of you agreed when you had them in hand. You said, you were right, this device was awesome. But not all the time that's what happens. Sometimes you've returned them because you didn't like your experience on it. But again, as far as the HTC U Ultra, stop the hate. If you really want to find out, spend the money, get it, use it, and find out for yourself. End of story. Period. Explanation point. Bam. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Hopefully I explained that all right. And that's the thing. There's a lot of people out. Okay? So it just depends on who you are. Depends on what you want. There you go. Buy it and try it. I like it. Scanty33. Robert Clark. Bam. Get it, Ant. Later, Donovan. Take it easy, man. Stop the hate. What are your thoughts on the... Okay. There you go. I'm done. So stop the hate. Buy it. Use it. Nougut. Not that big of a deal for me. G6 coming soon. More live shows. Keep watching. Share. Please subscribe if you haven't. All right, everybody. I got to go get something to eat. Thanks for joining, everyone. Everybody. Appreciate you taking the time to come on and just chit-chatting with me and sharing your thoughts and intermingling with everybody else. Building the camaraderie here on my Project 13. Journey into Tech. Appreciate it. Peace. I am out.